Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Dim Sum StarCraft here, and today I'll be continuing this same game series between Pikachu up here, the blue Protoss, and Madelene, the red Terran, down at the bottom. And we'll be playing on Steps of War today. And if any of you saw my last video, you all know that Pikachu won against Precious, and so she's moving on in the tournament bracket to the next round. And a little bit about this map. This map, Steps of War, has a really short rush distance between the two base, and players. This is a two-player map, so players don't have to scout anywhere on the map to figure out where their opponent is, and they can do any kind of cheese to outplay their opponents in the beginning of the game. And since Madelene is going to be Terran, we'll see if she goes any early aggression against the Protoss. And since the rush distance is so short on this map, it is going to be very simple for the Terran to go either 2 racks, Marines, and just push out when they have enough. And then if Protoss do not have a Stalker and just a Zealot, it will be very hard for a Protoss to defend against this Terran early aggression. So we'll see if Madelene decides to do any type of early aggression. Madelene is throwing down a refinery right now, so there could be a chance see some early harass with Marines, and then transition into Marauders to try to end the game early. And Pikachu is going standard Protoss. We'll see if she actually decides to wall in against the Terran. And when we see that, oh, these two SCVs are not working, let's get them back to work. We saw that earlier that Pikachu has already scouted Madelene's base, but now her base is walled in, so Madelene will be playing the dark now. But she knows that there's one barracks out, and she should expect something. And looks like Madelene is going to chrono boost out her Zealot for her early defense, and she's getting her cybernetics core out. This is very standard Protoss play. And she is chrono boosting out workers. And let's see the units tab and see how many workers. We have 15 SCVs to 19 probes, and the orbital command has just finished for the Terran player, and she just dropped the mule, so that should give Madelene some catch up to do with Madelene, since she is with Pikachu, since she is still 2 harvesters above Madelene. And here we see the Zealot. Oh, Zealot just got right through this choke right here, and it looks like the supply depots was not able to block off the ramp right there. That's a little bit. I don't think she wanted to do that on purpose, but that could be a misplacement right there. But I don't know. It could be she just wanted to have it that way, so it's easier for her units to go in and out without having to lower the supply depot. And Pikachu is warping in 2 more gateways, so she could be going a 4 gate. And actually, never mind, she is not getting. Oh, now she is just starting her gateway warp gate technology, and there's 2 assimilators down, so we'll see if she goes any gas intensive units. But it looks like there's only. Oh, now she's transferring 3 probes onto that. Oops, sorry about that, pressed the wrong button. And for the Terran player, and we have 4 barracks coming down for the Terran player, and a reactor, so she will definitely be pumping out lots of Marines. We do not see a tech lab, so there's going to be no Marauders. And for Pikachu, we see a good composition between Zealot, Sentry, and Stalker. And the warp gate technology is still being chrono boosted out to give her that advantage in building units. And Madelene is still producing lots of Marines. Wow, she's got a lot of Marines on queue. And there goes the Marauder. Let's see if we get the slow or the Marine Marine combat shields or stim pack, any of those upgrades, and Madeline is still running off of one refinery right now at the moment, but she's got her engineering bay down and she's building turrets. Maybe she's expecting that Pikachu will scout with an observer, but unfortunately for Madeline, Pikachu is not making a robo bay at the moment, so there will be no observers, and she is building two turrets. That seems like that could be cost ineffective at the moment since there's no airiness. She is just wasting 200 minerals on those right now, and the warp gate technology is gone, and there's the fourth gate. So Pikachu will be going a fourth gate, and she has a Twilight Council, and she is chrono boosting out the Zealot leg, which will be very effective against these Marauders, especially since they do not have the slow being researched, and this SCV is not going back to work. Come on, Madeline, you need to get this SCV back on the minerals or gas, and there goes the second refinery. There's a factory down at the moment, and still producing off of 4 barracks. We have lots of Marauders and still producing a ton of Marines. And let's see, Pikachu is still ahead in harvester count, 27 to 22 harvesters. If you count the mule, that'll be 23. And she is dropping down her forge, most likely for that Protoss 1 upgrade, which will give her units a huge advantage against Madeline units, and with Pikachu's unit composition at the moment is very Zealot heavy, with 5 sentries and 3 stalkers. This, once the Zealot legs are finished, with the Zealot leg, these Zealots should be very effective against these Terran units. Now she is upgrading the stim pack, the combat shield, and the concussive shell, but they're all being queued up in this one tech lab. That is not the most effective way to do upgrades, but we'll see how that works out for Madeline. She just dropped her starport, so she is getting out the medvac. I believe she should have really swapped the starport with this barracks right here to pump out double medevac right there, so they can heal these units more effectively, especially with this huge Protoss army sitting right in front of her base. And Pikachu has 3 proxy pylons all the way out in her base, and there goes the 1 attack upgrade. And we'll see when Pikachu decides to make her move, see if she can break this hold right here, especially since there's that open space right here. Her Zealots can just rush in here and attack these units, especially with the Zealot leg, and they will not get stuck on the ramp. And we have one more medevac coming, and the stim pack is almost done. We see Pikachu warping in a few more additional stalkers, and she has that medevac was not the best idea to let that thing charge in. And there goes the force field, trapping all of Madeline's units on the ramp, and they are stuck, and all these Marauders in the back cannot attack, and the Zealots are just pushing all their way through. The Stalkers are just cleaning up in the background. There goes the Guardian Shield, and Pikachu is going to have to back out just because of all these units still in the back, and they do not have that. They do have that high ledge advantage over Pikachu's units, but she is keeping the pressure on and keeping Madeline contained in her base while Pikachu is expanding, getting her second base round. Madeline decides to push out, and sorry about that, my mouse just went crazy. And it looks like Madeline will win this battle, especially with those Marauders. Unfortunately, they do not have the slow, and Madeline is deciding not to use her stim. And oh no, here comes Pikachu's, but the proxy pylon is reinforcing the Pikachu's armies really fast, and they are starting to clean up Madeline's army right here. I really believe that Madeline should have gotten slow for her Marauders, and with that right now, her units, she's only got 1 Marauder left against 4 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, and 2 Sentries, and there's an Observer somewhere, which I do not know where the observer is, but Madeline is pushing in with her army, and I mean Pikachu is pushing with her army, and Madeline do not have any units at the moment. And Madeline's got her second base, and her +1 upgrade is completed, and Madeline is pulling out SCVs to try to stop this, which I don't think will be of any effect, especially when these two force fields are forcing the SCV just to run around and not even on auto healed. And I believe this will be GG, and this match will be going to Pikachu. And yes, Madeline GG's out the game, and this match will go to Pikachu. I believe that Madeline could have done better if she upgraded. If she actually, I don't believe Madeline actually scouted. If she scouted, she should have gotten the concussive shell for the Marauders, which will be played a huge advantage over the engagement. But she decided to go for Stim Pack first, and unfortunately, she did not use Stim Pack in any of her battles. So there you have it. Pikachu wins the second round, and I'll be continuing to casting the series that Pikachu will continue for next round. So stay tuned and see you guys then.